Hey guys, Tom from the 100th Monkey Radio here. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, and in light of recent events here in the world and some comments that have been directed towards Ramon and I figured I'd do something now. I want you guys to understand what Ramon and I are doing the radio show for in the first place. Our main purpose is to get people's stories out there. Let them share their experiences, share what they've learned, their own research, and do it from a stance of a non-confrontational stance. Now, Ramon and I definitely don't agree with everybody we bring on the show. As a matter of fact, there's been quite a few instances where I just flat out, it just is not, it doesn't resonate with me at all. So, but I feel everybody on this planet, deserves the respect and the opportunity to share their story. It's up to us to use our own discernment and our own intelligence to decide whether or not it's something that we either want to pursue, or it's something that resonates with us that we feel that we should be looking into more, it's just, everybody has that opportunity to share their story. And there's some things that are out there that we'll bring on the show that are getting a lot of popularity. There's a lot of people that are looking into stuff, so we'll bring it on just to answer questions for ourselves. We like to understand these things, and some of these principles, while there may be a good chunk of the information that has some really good points and that do resonate with us, there may be some aspects of a story that while most of it is a-okay with us, there's parts of it that don't work. But that's all part of our own personal discernment. And this is something that you all need to have also. So that's my disclaimer. That's that whole, the views and opinions expressed on our shows do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the hosts. So, anyways, that's out of the way. Now, I hope you guys understand what we're all about, and it's about allowing people to share their stories. So, that out of the way, energetically, this planet is, wow, that's all I can say is, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things that look pretty dark. That look very ugly when you look out at the world. And we have that Boston bombing, we have the fertilizer plant explosion, we've got, just all sorts of crap this year that's happened. And, me personally, I see this as part of the plan. This stuff is all part of the plan. I fully believe that no matter what, in the end, it's all going to be okay. And that I'm not going to stick my head in the sand and not look at things. I pay attention to what's going on in the world. I do, but I definitely don't focus on that shadow boxing going out there and allow it to distract me from doing what I know I need to do in here. This is number one. I got to take care of what's in here first, and I will take care of what's within my realm, within my bubble that I can have an effect on. I will actually do what I can to have that effect. So, I just want to urge everybody that's listening to. Try to keep an optimistic view about this, and share. Keep that essence of love within your being. If you lose that essence of love, if you lose that ability to express that love, even for yourself, then you've lost. Then you're you're done. You're basically done here until you can bring that back. You know, this shadow boxing having a tremendous effect on the population. There's just the bombing that happened there at the marathon. Now that one right there had a huge positive effect on humanity. There are just in the place I work, which I'm at lunch right now, and just in the place I work, I've had over half a dozen people that have never talked to me about any of this type of stuff, you know, consciousness, spirituality, conspiracy, the government, any of those types of things. These guys have never said a word to me about. And I've had half a dozen guys in the last week come up and talk to me. I mean, they know what I do. They know I do the radio show, and they know that I have, you know, I look into these things. So they came to me as at least for my opinion. What do you think about this stuff, Tom? What do you think's really going on here? And that in itself is tremendously encouraging. Now, those 6 people, if I go figure a percentage of the people that work here, I would have to say that's about 5%. You know, maybe a little more than 5%. There's about 100 people in the production area here. So that's a significant number, and if that's, you know, something that other people are finding throughout the country, which I kind of suspect that might be somewhere right in that area, 5 to 10% that event in particular snapped people open, snapped people up, you know, waking them up, making them ask, getting them to ask those questions. If that's the case, holy cow, that was a huge boon for moving forward and moving towards that peaceful, loving paradigm, straightening this shit out. That's a huge boon for that. So, despite the things that the media is going to do with it, and that the political end of things are going to do with this, you know, what bills are they going to try to pass? What laws are they going to try to put into place? How much, you know, what freedoms they're going to try to take away? Whatever that happens to be on that end of things, despite what all those things, what may pan out of that, the effect that it's having on the consciousness of the planet is huge. And every one of those events that happen, I see another drop in the bucket, and it's that bucket is beginning to get really starting to gain some weight now, and the scales are tipping. So what we've seen is such a great imbalance here, where the what we've termed as the dark cabal, or the powers that be, or the military-industrial complex, or whatever you want to call that, that their influence and what they're going to be able to do is lessening and lessening and lessening by the moment. And every time they play one of these games, try one of these distractions, the tighter they clench their fists, the more that slip through the fingers. So take heart in that. I mean, we should take heart in that. Things are moving. We are progressing. We are growing. Each and every one of us personally is growing, and we are becoming better humans for it. So I just take heart in that, guys. Come on. I mean, my meditation last night, we interviewed a guy by the name of Joseph Gallenberger last night, and that'll be airing this Sunday. And he brought up a point about connecting to the love of the whole planet. And this is something I used to do as one of the visualizations I used to use when I go into meditation. And it had slipped out of my consciousness. That step that I used to take when I went into meditation kind of slipped out of my process. And I thought it was just such an amazing gift and blessing for him to bring that back up to me, and to remind me of that aspect of what we're doing here. I mean, that unity that we have, that and the power that is in that love. So my meditation last night was amazing. It was tremendous. So I thanks so much, Joe. That's awesome, bud. Well, my battery's about dead here. I haven't used my camera for a while, and haven't charged the battery for a while, so I'm gonna cut it off short here. Love you guys. Man, condemnation without investigation is the height of ignorance, and that's what we're doing. Is we're doing some investigating. So, namaste.